The fundamental step, the basic step just to start getting started on bettering your life is the big three. Exercise, diet, wake up time. I've talked to him about it before. I'll briefly talk about them here. But the main thing that I wanted to express in this video is it looks like this whole Mr. Know-It-All disease, Mrs. Know-It-All disease is pretty strong. You know, it's holding back a lot of people from becoming their full potential. I'm starting to see it like more and more now that it kind of caused that curiosity, like, hey, wait a minute, why hasn't this person killed it? They know that they seem like they know what's up. And then I pay attention to them. It's like, oh, they got that same condition, that Mr. Know-It-All condition or that Mrs. Know-It-All condition. And then I dug into it a little bit more, and then the reason why Mr. or Mrs. Know-It-All hang out with everybody, it's their ego. It's just a sense of direction. It's not that they want to be that way. It's not that I wanted to be that way. I shut that shit down. But I see anybody who has it. Now I understand, because I apply what I realized to them. Like they don't know any better. The reason why they're Mr. Know-It-All or Mrs. Know-It-All is because they need guidance. And they don't know nowhere else to look. We were taught that way. It's just a common thing to get taught. Like, what's the answer? What do you think? What should you do? What are you gonna do? Pick and choose. Decide this, decide that. And no one ever said, hey, let's raise your attitude. Let's put you, before you make any choices, you always got to make sure that you're elevated, that you're at a high attitude, that you're on purpose, that you're in flow state. Connect to the flow of consciousness. Listen to your conscience. Watch, it's going to tell you what you should do next. Maybe it's nothing. No one ever taught us to listen to our conscience to make these choices. So somebody has to make a choice. So who is it? The self. So what does the self end up doing? Becoming a know-it-all. I got given this fucking position to make all these choices all day long, all week long, all month long, all life long. Somebody has to make them. I'm getting really good at them. I'm doing my best. I don't know any better than to make the choice, because that's the assignment I was given. Like, self is looking around, going, what? They're asking us a question, Dick, answer. Like, this. Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. It's okay. Sometimes it works, sometimes it didn't. You never know whether it was the right one or not. It felt like it was. It's the one actually that gave me the most pleasure, or at the very least caused the least amount of discomfort. Yeah, I always go for the one that causes less discomfort. But sometimes it's like, that's not an option. You have to do this one, and that's when you get pissed and mad. I don't want to do it. And yeah, because you've gotten so used to listening to Mr. Know-It-All, yourself, who is always avoiding any kind of discomfort, any kind of pain. You want the comfortable side. Now, Mr. Know-It-All is also teaching how much we should rest. Oh, that's hella comfortable. Let's do that shit a lot. How much you should sleep. Oh, I gotta love sleep. Till maybe your job requires you to get up early, so you love the money. You maybe not even love your job. Maybe you do, whatever, but you love the money that you get from the job. So now it's like, okay, I'm getting up early because I love the job. Yeah, let's go get up early because we love getting that money that allows us to hoard it or overspend it or whatever the self wants to do with it. Fuck it, whatever causes us least amount of pain and greatest amount of pleasure. So you see what I'm saying? It's all our lives. Like, what should you eat? Hey, what sounds good? Hey, you're asking self right there. You're asking the ego. You're asking Mr. Know-It-All. Hey, fool, what would sound the most delicious? And then you're sitting there and you're thinking the choice, like, okay, do I want a burrito or do I want tacos? Like, for real? Like, well, yeah. Which one sounds what better? Because the one that loses is the one that would cause less amount of pleasure. The one that sounds good is the one that would give you the most amount of pleasure. Which one's making your mouth water more? Which one's sounds good better? It's all Mr. Know-It-All who was trained. He was trained to know a lot. And as he went through time, it's almost like he got smarter as he went. He didn't start as a Mr. Know-It-All. They were telling you what to do when you were a baby, when you were a kid. Here, eat this. Here, do that. Here, this is what you're wearing. Here, this is where you're going. Here, this is what you got to do. Then eventually they expected stuff from you. Choose. And that's where it started getting intelligent. That's where it started making choices. And look, if you chose this one, was it a good choice? How did it make you feel? Not so good. Okay, cool. Then next time you should choose that one. That's right. Intelligence. Log it in. Now we know. Next time we get that same choice, we know which one to go to. Yeah, this one did it. That's the one. Bing. Double highlight that code, and you've just made Mr. Know-It-All a little more intelligent. And I just noticed it with quite a few people. This just happened earlier today, and I was just tripping out on how this Mr. Know-It-All shit is out of control. So what happens when you get fed up, you find out like, man, I know there's more. You're done with your hero's journey. It's your time to actually like start elevating, start updating, getting to the next level, because you have that curiosity, that call in your head that says, I know there's more. I don't like losing. This is not giving me the result that I want. I know there should be more. This doesn't feel good. Why is everybody else winning and it seems like I'm not? As much as I try and I try and I try and I can't. By the way, that's because, sorry about that. That's because you've just been listening to the self the whole time, the Mr. Know-It-All. And what happens is the Know-It-All he's intelligent enough only to choose what causes the least discomfort and or creates the most pleasure, the most comfort. And it's not always the best choice. It's the best choice for the most comfort and the least discomfort. But for the long term, it's not. So when finally that person says, like, hey, I'm done with this, and they find the solution, they stumble across one of these videos or somebody else spitting the same thing, because it's the same thing. Anybody who's on the road, who understands this, connecting to the stream of consciousness is where it's at, understands that it's these three things that gets the ball rolling. Once you have enough courage to start it, after that it's just listening to your conscience. But before you do that, it's the big three you have to listen to, which is exercise, diet, and wake-up time. Exercise every time you're feeling down, every time you have a low attitude, at the very least twice a day in the morning, for discipline and gratitude, to raise your gratitude and to raise your attitude. It builds discipline. You're grateful because you have a body that is holding your life. That's gratitude, with the intention to raise my attitude. Here we go. Exercise in the morning, exercise at night. Gratitude. Thank you. I had a full day. I get to lay down and call it a night. And to raise my attitude. And it'll build discipline. Side note, confidence is in the same proportion as discipline. So the more discipline you gain, the more confidence you get. So here comes the new guy who's listening. He's like, yeah, exercise. No problem. I could do that. No, I already go to the gym. There's the know-it-all. You tell me to exercise, but I already go to the gym. I got a trainer. We pump iron. Yeah, look at these guns. I got some guns, whatever. All right, yeah. With a whole lot of fat, but you got the guns. I get it. It's cool. Or not. He could be lean. He could have fucking veins everywhere. Dies, but he's still unhappy. He's still a know-it-all. Because he's not connected yet. He's not in line. He's not in line with his conscience. So what happens is, what I see happening is, anybody that I've had interaction with, they always change it. The wake-up time. Like, oh yeah, I already wake up early, but shit, I'm gonna wake up early on my day off. I sleep in on that day. Shit, that's my rest day because I deserve it. I earned it. Here's Mr. Know-It-All kicking in again, giving his instruction. He knows better than this wisdom of the ages, this wisdom that's been existing since the dawn of time. Mr. Know-It-All, which is you, knows more than all these extremely wise people that existed in ancient times, that this stuff has been passed on, and anyone who truly applies it with commitment and just builds discipline, gains confidence, and just accomplishes everything they wish to accomplish. There's no maybes or ifs. It's just a natural occurrence. You will accomplish what you need to accomplish because you're following these laws. You're working with the universe, not against it. You're not using, okay, let's do teamwork between Mr. Know-It-All and the universe. We can make this happen. Like, no, that's not the way it works. You're just getting in the way by using Mr. Know-It-All, and that's not like you're the only one that's like that. It's like it was a survival thing. We're all like that because that's the way we're raised, to think with ourselves and become the know-it-all. So yeah, there's always one of those three, staying on topic, there's always one of those three that Mr. Know-It-All always tends, and everybody always tends to switch it up, adjust it, because they think they know better. Exercise twice a day. Let's get you started. You've never heard of this before. You've never done it. And right away, right out of the gate, you do it. You're going to exercise twice a day. You're going to start eating less. Start tracking your food, or at the very least, let's start you with just eating less. And start waking up early every day. Right away. And fucking adjust it. I exercise Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and the diet, like, I mean, yeah, I'll eat the I'll do the chicken and rice or whatever, or eat less, but not when with my friends, or the weekend, or with my family. Like, nah, fuck that. We go out, we have pizza, and I mean, I'll wake up early. I wake up early to go to work. I wake up at 3:30 to go to work. That's early, what? But like, not on my days off. Shit, I sleep in on my days off. That's like my recovery day. That's like, those are my days. No one's messing with my days. Like, I'm giving you the solution that's worked for everybody that's taught me. I'm assuming thousands of people. The big three: exercise, diet, wake up time. Harder every time. Once it gets easy, go harder. Once the diet gets easy, make it harder. And stick to what you need to stick to. Then you get into the more detailed stuff, but at the very beginning, just find your numbers, or at the very least, eat less for at least a couple of weeks while you figure out how to track your macros. All the information is on the internet for free. It's simple. I think I have a video on here I made a few weeks ago called, like, a simple way, macros the simple way, or something like that. Something macros. Look for it in my channel. I just break it down to basic, simple. Hopefully it gets you, like, the ball going for you. Exercise. I mean, if you go to the gym, fantastic. I'm telling you to exercise twice a day to raise your attitude, so you can build some discipline and start your day with being grateful. Same thing for the evening. And then the sleep less. If like I already wake up at 3:30 to go to work, then wake up at 3:25 and use those 5 minutes for you, to be thankful, to be grateful. Just be grateful. Think about all the things you regret from the day before, how maybe you didn't stick to your diet, and then give yourself that act of self-love. Invest in yourself. Grab all the things you regret from the day before because you woke up 5 minutes earlier, and you use that time to invest. Give yourself that time to just say, damn, sorry, I messed up, I forgive myself, and then go straight into your exercise of the morning, and offer that exercise as a form of self-investment to forgive yourself for the regretful things you did the day before. There's a wake up earlier, even on your day off. Shit, it doesn't even have to be at the same time as you're barely getting started. Just to understand, let's say you wake up at 3:30 to go to work, and then you have a day off, and you typically wake up at, I don't know, I'll exaggerate, 10. I don't No, get up at 6, get up at 7. That's 3-4 more hours than what you usually wake up. Don't question it though, because when you question it or modify it or adjust it, let that be just a red flag that says, damn, I do that. That's the Mr. Know-It-All in me that's changing it. Yeah, it is. And the reason why I could talk so firmly about it, like, how do you know, Big Al? I know because that was me. I did it. If you just follow it, those 3 just you're not even you're taking things away that you don't even know that you're comfortable with. Rest, food, and sleep. Sacrifice. I'm not even saying completely get rid of them. I'm just saying do them less. It'll connect you to the stream of consciousness. You can start listening to your conscience. It's fast, it's clear, it's the perfect answer of what you need to do next. And you're off to becoming the version of you that you would respect and admire. But don't change it. Stop being a know-it-all. Quit that. Everybody tries to change something. Look around. Watch how everybody makes suggestions, answers conversations, opinions, anything. It's all their Mr. Know-It-All, Mrs. Know-It-All talking. They don't know about listening to their conscience. That's it. I'll talk to you guys later.